demo video of the 5.1 news app. So which is include of the we so far we have learned the recycler view, and also for the fragment we just putting them in the practical in the practice. So first of all, this is the app running app, which has like the horizontal recycler view, which is called the top stories, and there's a great recycler view which is called the news. And also once we click for the news, and then they will jump to the news description, so which is here with the image view and the relative news. So far, and there also has a relative news, which is like has a recycler view. So here's our also if you click for the top stories, they will jump to the descriptions, and there also has the relative news of the recycler view. So right, so I'll just introduce for the code as well. So far for the UI design, we can now we're using like once we click for the or click for the details, they will jump to the fragment, which is the news fragment. And then yeah, so I'll just explain for the first of the main activities. Sorry, for the layout maybe it's much better. Yeah. For the layout, so I have the activity layout, which has the two of the recycler view. You can see here, and then fragment details. It implements one relative recycler view, and also I have two the single items. One is news items, and you can see here, and the other one is the relative news. The relative news has the title descriptions, and also for the top story news, which is shows in the front of layout. Yeah, so for we have three recycler views, which means we need to have three adapters to implement for the recycler views. So one is a news adapter, and the relative news adapter, and top story adapter. So I'll choose one adapter to explain all those the logic. So first of the news adapter, they will extend for the recycler view, and then which using the class of the my view holder. And then for the logic, there will be the adapter. So the on set the click listener. So once you click the view, and then they will inflate for the layout from the layout we just create to the top story layout. Yeah, from here. And after that, they have the unbind view holder, which is binding the data, and then they will pass the dummy data to the view, and then make the view or data display represent into the layout. After that, in the view, that's what I'm talking about for the to the my view holder. They will combine all of the data, and then they will represent for the view in the display. So this the adapters. And also I need to talk about the news fragment. So this is fragment. So this fragment, which we can see the fragment here, they have the descriptions and the relative news adapters. And then you can see here, I'll just implement those things. It will be the descriptions, which is shows in here, and image details. But I didn't implement the real images because I didn't implement that much the data, so I'm using rather than using the empty image to just for a demo. You can see here we using just in the fragment we have the relative the recycler view, so we need to implement them using the relative news adapter, so which is using that class. And also we need to management the layout, so we're using the linear layout management. And also this is a very like the solid the method that we static method we need to using the news details. So there's create the instance of the title description and the images. After that, we need we into the left circle method, the logic. So one on create, they will just they will bundle for those the descriptions, the data, binding them together. And also for the uncreate view, they will inflate the layout. For example, like the layout may be at first they were flat and like a balloon. You used to inflate them and make them like a inflation. So after that, we inflate for the layout, which is represented for here, the news details, and then we just passing the data into the layout. Passing data to layout and then make them to show, show represented for those layout and in the relative the adapter. So that's the whole logic. So we set up a linear layout, and then layout using the setup the adapter, and then they will be displayed like this. So if you scroll down, they will shows the linear layout. For the main activity is very important. So the main activity, when we just click the back, we have one horizontal recycle view and create a new grid view. So we need to implement for the recycler wheel two recycler wheels, and we need to management. We have the layout management manager. Yeah, so that's all. And then there's same thing in the fragment. So yeah, plus the fragment that you can use in many activities. You can reuse them. Yeah, so that's why we apply for the fragment. And yeah, and also for those there's the life circle. So which on create first the site content which relate to the layout here, and also for the data, because I didn't using at that time I didn't learn like SQLite database, so we just initialize the data. So first initialize data of the top stories, and the same things we initialize the data in the news fragment. So we initialize the data of the news. Sorry, here, the news. We initialize the data. Right, so for the main activity, so we both implement for the left circle, we implement the recycler view, and then we need to the layout manager to make them to manager for the layout and then to display them. And also, oh yeah, so we using the you see here we using the set up the click listener, and then we have the show details. So details which is shows like the content once we clicked once we clicked the button of the, for example, we click the here, and then they will intend to the news detail. Yeah. So I think that's all the things that we have. Yeah. Thank you for watching the demo. Thank you very much.